to 1204 on VirtualBox. So as you can see now, the installation is complete. We need to restart the computer in order to use the new installation. So come here, click Restart Now. And this will restart the virtual machine. We're told to remove installation media and close the tray, if any, and press Enter. Press Enter. It's going to restart. And at this point, the virtual machine is now rebooting. You can see some status activity here. So this shows you that the machine is actually booting up and not in a lock state. And since I told it to log in automatically, I log in automatically to a working Ubuntu desktop. Now from here we're going to do a few more tweaks. The first is to install what's called the VirtualBox Guest Editions. So come up here to Machine. Under Devices, and then down to Install Guest Editions. Okay, so this will mount an ISO with the guest editions and pops up a dialog in your machine to run it. It's going to go ahead and install it. So we click Run. And this is the login password that you set in the installer. And the script runs and installs the guest editions. It takes a few seconds. Not too long though, so we'll hang tight here for a second and let it finish up. What I'll do is go ahead and make the text a little bigger. Maybe you can read it. Okay, so it says installing graphics and libraries, desktop services components are done. Press return to close this window. So press return. Alright, another step we want to do is set up shared folders. In order to do that, the user that is logged into the system needs to be part of a group called VBoxSF. So I'm going to show you how to do that from the terminal. So you come over here to the little, sort of like a start menu from the Windows world. Click on that, and you can search for an application to run. Type terminal. Terminal pops up. Click it. Open it up. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in hopes of making this easier to see. Okay, and then you run the command sudo add user, the name of your user, and the group you want to add to. So my login user is named Loud, and I'm adding that user to the VBoxSF group. And this will enable this user to do shared folders to the host, which I'm going to show you in a second. So you have to prompt for the password for the Loud user, and then you can see it's adding user Loud to group VBoxSF. Now, lastly is set up shares. So under devices, move down to shared folders. And come to here, click the plus folder. folder path, click down, other, it'll open up the dialog. There's my home directory, so I'm going to just share that. Go ahead and choose that. The folder name will be Crow. That's my login name on my host computer. Also click Auto Mount and click Make Permanent. Click OK. You'll see it pops up under Machine Folders. Looks good. Click OK. Now, to make all this magic go into effect, we'll reboot. That was with the sudo space reboot command from the terminal. And give the machine a little bit of time to reboot. Again, it's going to auto-log me in, so I go right into the desktop. Okay, launch the terminal again. Type command df. It will show me that there is a media sf crow. That is actually my home directory on the host system. It can be annoying to always have to change the media directory, so if you want to link it into your home directory, create a symbolic link, ln-s media sf crow. I'm going to call it shared home. Now when I go into the shared home directory, this is actually the same as my root file system. And you can then download a file right to your host, and it's available right to you in your virtual machine. Okay, now at this point you see this little guy, he's come up flashing. This is the update manager. So it'll start flashing whenever you need to do updates. So go ahead and click it. It's telling you what it's going to update. These are all the latest updates from Ubuntu that weren't on the install CD. It's always a good idea to install your updates for security and functionality. So go ahead and click Install Updates. It's going to ask you for the password of the user that logs in. And it's going to download and apply all these changes. And so this will take a while, so this is where we'll sign off for this video.